Good evening, everyone. Myself is Padma Priya. We are welcoming you all for the first online international FDP conducted by SRM BME department. Now I call upon Dr. Usha S. Kumar ma'am to introduce about our department and the program.
Good evening to one and all present here. We are very happy to welcome all of you to the 6th-day online faculty development program conducted by Biomedical Engineering Department, SRM State, Ramapuram campus on the topic Harnessing Artificial Intelligence for Healthcare Excellence, Innovation, Insights and Impacts. We have eminent speakers from different parts of the world who are very well versed in the FDP topics. We are very thankful to our chairman, SRM Group of Institutions, Dr. Shivakumar sir, co-chairman, Mr. Niranjan, Chief Director, Sir Dr. Sediraman, and Associate Director, Sir Dr. V.K. Narayan for supporting us to conduct the program. As per the registrations count is around 700 participants from various parts of the country. We are welcoming all of you for the program. We are very much thankful for your participation. And we have a very eminent guest today with us. Dr. Shiva Ganapati Subramanya Manohar, founder and CEO, Bureau Chennai and UK. And he has a decade experience in data analytics, cloud, Google Cloud Platform, data warehousing, AML, data house, and a very different areas in the FTP area. And he is also a double doctorate. Thank you for giving consent for joining for the FTP, sir. And our co-convener, ma'am, Padma Priya ma'am, will give a detailed introduction of our guest. So, once again, welcoming all for the program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I been pleasure to introduce our chief guest for the session, who is Mr. Dr. Shiva Ganapati Subramania Manogaran, sir. We are very thankful for you for accepting our invitation and for giving this wonderful section, sir. First of all, I like to give a brief introduction about him, and I'm proud to tell that he was about a decade experience in the data and analyst cloud, Google Cloud Platform, abuse and AZS, big data and data warehousing, A&ML, database and cloud infrastructure, and various other IT skills, along with 75 plus technical and leadership management, and he is also a double doctorate holder. Then coming to his company, he have founded a SGS Global Consulting UK Limited in May 2018, followed by the Bureau and Shiva in May 2023, with the headquarters in the UK and developing centers in India, and also as expansion in other countries such as Australia, Canada, UAE, and other parts of the Europe. He's been well known in the industry for having a real-time capabilities in analyzing and designing solutions which will align with the customer specification and also the business requirements. By having all this, I would like to add upon the major area of expertise of our chief guest is Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Abuse, and Amazon Web Services, and Cloud SQL, Data Fusion, Cloud Composer, and etc. The different roles and responsibilities which was held by our chief guest are Data Practice BU Head and Data Solution Architect, Technical and Platform SME, and Big Data Architect, and Engagement Manager, Enterprise Strategy Architect, and so on. And his employment skills have been in the various companies where he have showed and started, which motivated him to start up our own startup hours. He has been worked under Search, HCL, Infosys, Capgemini, Atos, Intel, and etc. Okay. And he have done various cloud certifications through Google and also the CWS. And his product certification also been there along with the cloud certification, which made him proven him to be a identical one in the IT industry. And also he have contributed his various online technical sections for various events which has been conducted through the HCL for the customers, And also you have been participated in various colleges where you have been invited as a chief guest and also as a speaker for providing or sharing the information for the students regarding the IT skills and AML and cloud computing data. And these awards are the major awards you have been awarded as a Digital Entrepreneur of the Year 2024 by the London School of Digital Business. And he also won a CEO Excellence 2023 award from the prestigious National Achievers Group. And I would like to proudly say that he also awarded by the IT and Software Entrepreneur 2003 by our Governor of India. And also he won a Most Inspiring Business Leader of 2023 award by CXO Outlook. And he have won a Voice of Brilliance 2023 by the Brilliance magazine. And also he won a Thought Leadership in IT and AMP and ITES by the 5th GBLA award by the Unified Brains Group. And he also won a Leader of Excellence award by the Passion Vista. And also he has been awarded the Most Inspired Global Indians. And he have won the International Achievers Award by the Indian Achievers Forum and Achievers World. We have been very thankful for being our chief guest for the session, sir. I would like to call upon our chief guest, Dr. Shiva G. Ganapati Subramanian, sir, for delivering his sessions. Sir.
Thank you, Padma Priya and the HOD ma'am. Thanks everyone for that. Thank you. So now let me share my screen. I think so you need to enable me to share the screen. It says host disable participant screen sharing. Madam, can you just enable me to share the screen?
Okay, sir, just a minute, sir. Hello, sir. I have given you, sir. Just check it, sir.
Yeah, just checking. Yeah. You're able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Perfect. So now it's visible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's visible.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Thanks everyone for joining the session. And today we'll be seeing the pandemic monitoring solution using the healthcare data engine. So primarily, I also wish SRM Institute of Science and Technologies Ramapuram for the all other sessions subsequent days. So today, what we are going to quickly see is we are primarily going to see a quick short 1 or 2 minutes intro about the company, what we do. Then we'll jump into what we are going to speak about the pandemic monitoring solution using the healthcare data engine. Then how we have designed the pattern for pandemic monitoring. Then we'll also see the solution flowchart architecture, process, and all those things. Then we'll also see about Google Cloud Healthcare Data Engine, in short, how it works. Then couple of use cases, not the case studies, it's use cases. Then we'll have 10 or 15 minutes of Q&A session. See, this company was started 6 years ago in UK. And primarily it was started to do consulting services in IT and software side. And primarily as a company, we started our India operations only last year. So we are 6 years into the market. Then primarily 30 plus certifications. We have delivered 100 plus projects. Then we have a dedicated support team 24/7. Then we have signed 15 plus MOUs with different colleges and universities, both in India and abroad. And then we have done 15 plus solutions. Then we operate in 3 countries. Then we have many partnerships and many products and solutions available. So this is the snapshot of how it was started. So primarily the headquarters in UK. Then we have India, we have 3 entities to take care of services, consulting, product, platform, and staffing. So this is about me. So primarily I'm into a decade experience into IT, primarily worked on niche technologies, on cloud platforming, data analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. 10 plus global recognitions, then 70 plus certifications. Everyone spoke about me. I don't want to spend more time on this slide. Only thing is I have closely handled more than 1,000 plus customers, traveled across 25 countries, have work experience more than in 25 countries, then trained more than 5,000 professionals. So this is a snapshot of what kind of solutions, products, and platforms we have in the company. So we have something called pet consulting, specifically focusing on pets. Then we have like a learning management system, which can be integrated with for colleges, universities, and schools. Then many other products. You can just browse our websites and you can get more details. So now we will jump into the topic. So the topic for today is pandemic monitoring solution using healthcare data engine. So primarily the pandemic monitoring solution is nothing but it is looking for a platform, a data ALML platform where you can integrate a real-time health data with various sources. It can be a real-time, near real-time, or batch, or any kind of sources. And the source of the format can be like PDFs, files, scan files, measurements, anything. So when you put any kind of data sources into the platform, it needs to automatically bring out an output which is readable for doctors, patients, and non-technical members. For example, if a patient uploads his reports and everything, as a dashboard, he should say what is his health report in summary. So primarily, for example, it should say about his future health conditions. It should speak about the patient tracking and building monitoring systems. It should speak about what kind of prescriptions he is taking. Is there any predictive health hazards he has in his health reports? So any kind of things he need to see in a real time is what the pandemic monitoring solution. And this solution is primarily designed for after COVID. Considering any future pandemic is coming in our ways, it should automatically detect well in advance, and we should be prepared for it. So how we are differentiation in this pandemic monitoring solution? So primarily this solution is fully cloud. So primarily you don't need to worry about servers and all those things. Then this solution is primarily focusing on flexible and very user-friendly solution. So you can deploy this kind of solution in any cloud. It is a real-time solution, highly performance-oriented solution. So you can put one country's data or multiple data countries into this platform and you can still operate. And it is very cheap in terms of storage and cost optimization. Then you can enable any kind of multi-region data storages. Then primarily you have all the escalation features, functional features, alumni features, and everything will be here automatically. Then what is the go-to-market strategy for this solution? So the go-to-market strategy is reduce the complexity. So using ALML, then it should be a hybrid platform, not depending on a single platform. You need to deploy the solution on any kind of platform. So either it can be on-premise or cloud. Then it should be a primarily enhanced productivity approach. That means that you need to ingest the data real time near real time or batch mode, anything you insert, automatically the result should pop up in your dashboard very quickly. So primarily, this solution will primarily bring around 20 to 50% of productivity gains if you are implementing any kind of solutions here. So what are the building blocks for pandemic monitoring solutions? The building blocks for pandemic monitoring solution is local data collections. That means you need to collect all the various sources like government, healthcare institutions, hospital data, pharmacy data, social media data, integrate with all kind of social medias, research labs. Then you should also have like country level consolidation. For example, in each country, you need to have a hub where you need to locate all your citizens' data in a well formatted manner or well readable formatted manner. Then you need to have a centralized analyticals. That means even, for example, I'm deploying the solution in Europe, multiple countries are involved, and you need to have a very logical central hub for fetching the real-time data and giving an analytical mode. Then the reporting should be easy. Then also you need to understand the potential health hazard that the individual will have, the country might overcome in future. For example, if something comes like COVID in future, automatically at least 3 to 6 months before you need to predict this based on certain data which we have ingested in the healthcare engine. So what are the solution tenants? The solution tenant is currently I have used this on Google Cloud. It doesn't mean it does only works on Google Cloud. It primarily works on any kind of cloud. Then primarily you should also have like, for example, a scenario of like categorizing the new diseases, then predictive the potential disease outbreaks. For example, COVID, we have outbreak. That means we were not able to handle the number of patients which we didn't expect. So in those kind of situations, how we are going to handle it, that is one of the solution tenants. Then primarily you need to have like monitoring solution tenants on the outbreaks. Then you need to have a monitoring disease hotspots. Then you should also have a social media integrations for alerts for the citizens. Then you need to also tune your solutions based on the country's health record and the citizens' health scenarios. Then you need to have a follow the WHO, that is World Healthcare Organization guidelines data. Then you need to also store your historical data for patients on outbreaks data, which is across the countries. So these are the major solution tenants. So this is the high level conceptual architecture. That means that you will have all the data like social media data, private hospital data, research lab data, government healthcare data. All the data we need to first do an ingestion on the country node, that is regional node. Then the storage, you need to put it in the data storages. Then you need to read the metadata and also read the analytical storages. Then primarily move the data after processing it into the central node. Then you need to follow the same algorithm, analytical algorithm, integrated with the WHO, that is World Healthcare data, global agency data, reference data. Then primarily you need to come up with a dashboard. That means when you click on this as a user on this kind of solution, automatically your data should appear, and you should also be able to see your country data, how it is performing. This is the high level solution flowchart and process flowchart. That is how the data flows into the country node. Then in case you have you need a global central storage, what is the process? If you need only country storage, what is the process? That means country storage will go through the metadata, then the master data reference. If it is a global data, then you need to go through the global central storage. Then you need to follow the PAP process. Then you need to identify the data, then put all your reportings and ALML algorithms on top of it and make a decision. This is how it works. Technically, how it works. See, we spoke about the earlier slides functionally, but technically how it works. So technically how it works is you need to ingest all the bulk data. Then you need to ingest all your healthcare data or integrated data where you're using various sources, even geometric data using various sources. You need to use components like Google Storage, Google Data Flow, then cloud healthcare engine, that is overall engine. That means you need to have a bulk storage, then you need to primarily have an FHIR data storage, then you need to have the raw data storage. Then primarily you need to form a clinical data warehousing on top of it using BigQuery. The BigQuery can either storage native data, harmonized data, or variant data. Then you need to process the data. So this is high level technical architecture. In case you want to build additional ingestion pipelines, for example, using apps, APGs, medical devices, and customer devices, then primarily you need to use IoT, APGs, and all those things integrate with the application code. The same process follows, and you need to use like BigQuery, then data flow, then cloud bigtable, and all those components for storage. Any questions till now? Please feel free to ask any questions. Any questions till now? Perfect. So our expected data sources, as I said, medical records. It can be from private and public hospitals, government hospitals, pharma companies, medical shops, individual records, everything need to be required. Then you need to have all the medical governing bodies data like WHO, NHS. NHS is nothing but a UK government form for hospitals. Then social media data, then publications data in terms of media, press, journals, and everything. So what is the pattern you need to follow when you do this pandemic monitoring solution? The pattern is you need to have all the APIs, cloud healthcare APIs, cloud life science APIs, then NLP APIs, then auto ML entity extraction APIs for healthcare. So what kind of methodologies you will use? The methodologies primarily you will be focusing on is clustering. You will be focusing on clustering, regression, classification, then primarily innovation and differentiation. These are the primary things you will be focusing on. For example, if I speak anyone, regression, you need to follow something like neutral networks. You know, everyone knows ALML here. Neutral networks, then you need to ask vector regressions, clustering, then you can use something called decision tree. These kind of regression patterns and models you should use. So what is the potential outcome of after implementing this solution? The potential outcome is, this is primarily the key outcome which you need to focus on. Real-time monitoring of any diseases, infections, then any pandemic diseases which can also based on certain symptoms, then classifying the people into different groups based on the disease and infections. For example, in cancer, you need to classify based on what kind of cancer it is and all those things. Then you need to identify geolocations where the infectious disease spreads more rapidly, and primarily you need to put on zone mode, and primarily you know that when COVID happens, what we did. So primarily you need to put on the lockdown mode and all those things. You need to follow a certain process. Then you should also find the severity of the diseases and what is the reason why it is spreading fast. Then you need to forecast the new cases, times, recoveries to the government, and you need to calculate how many beds is needed in the hospital and how many doctors and nurses are needed. All these things should be predicted well in advance using this solution. The last one is you need to identify this pandemic in initial stages. For example, COVID happened before we realized it is COVID, already it was in spreading stage. But when you use these kind of solutions, you can be prepared at the initial stages and take necessary remedies and precautions to control the disease, not immediately stop the disease until you find a vaccination. So this is how you need to do a health monitoring. So for example, how you work on health monitoring. You can see the body of the user. Primarily, you need to have certain data types like activity, body structure, then nutrition, vital stages, other data types. Then what kind of variables you regularly use. For example, you can primarily use any kind of variables here, then integrate with your smartphone. Then primarily it can be integrated with any kind of a cloud-based platform, then where it can be your doctor can see your regular status. This is one way of doing it real time. So after doing this, what do you achieve here? You can achieve primarily an easy access medical records and appointments. You can book appointments on online itself, remote consulting, then meditation reminders. For example, you have an appointment today, then you will have a reminder, then personalized insights. So you will have not a regular insights or dashboard for all the users. You can prepare your own regularized, customized insights and reporting or dashboard factors.
ಕಲಿಕೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಂದ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ನದು ಕಲಿಕೆ ಬಂದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ
Can you go on mute?
ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತೀನಿ.
Hello? Can you go on mute? Xiaomi, can you go on mute? Okay. See, in this, primarily we are going to speak about smart healthcare system to monitor people. So primarily, how and all you can monitor people using IoT sensors and what kind of communication layers you can do. You can use ear sensor, blood sensor, ECG sensor and motion sensors. In tier 1, you can integrate your set of sensors. In tier 2, you can do a data fusion of various contents and optimize the contents. In tier 3, you can do decision making, alert to your nearest hospitals, ambulance services, doctors, and pharmacies. This can be done using the solution. So now we spoke about the pandemic monitoring solution using the healthcare engine. Actually, what is healthcare data engine? See, the healthcare data engine is primarily, there is a difference between healthcare and other industry data. First, we need to understand that. Because in other industry, you will be more using structured data, bit of, or you can say like 30% of unstructured data like PDFs, pictures, videos, and all those things. But in healthcare data, you will be using a lot of scanned reports, medical reports, PDFs, printouts, then a lot of measurements using the systems, medical systems. You need to integrate a lot of scanning systems and integrated systems with your healthcare engine. So bit in the industry, healthcare data is always a little bit complex than other industry data. So in short, the cloud providers like Google came up with the concept of healthcare data engine. That is nothing but how you can do, for example, claims, insurance claims, you can do it automatically. Then you can, a patient can see his 360 data. That means he can see his complete report in a single place. Then you can see it is primarily makes the operational easy for all the patients, doctors, and everyone, even for the hospital managements. Then you can control the populations or alert the populations on certain pandemics or any kind of situations. Then you will have an omni-channel experience.
Sir?
Yeah?
So your voice is echo.
Now it is better?
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Yeah, perfect.
Now okay.
Okay, perfect. So primarily I was speaking about omni-channel experience. Then you can use this data engine for research and development purpose. Then you can use for health trials. Then you can optimize the supply chains, like for example, medicines, equipments, vaccinations, everything you can integrate with multiple countries and get it done. Then primarily, in short, what it does is healthcare data engine will enable you a more personalized, proactive health experience for both individuals, hospitals, doctors, and everyone, and primarily to be promotes better engagement in the country and patient's outcome. So in short, that is what it does. Then primarily, what does this medical imaging source accelerator does using ALML? Then how we can access it and primarily predict it. So primarily nothing but here what and all you can do here in health plans. Secure, stable, and manage your cloud storage. It is very secure. Your data is very, very secure and doesn't go out of this platform. Then you have an automated task in using labeling, annoying tools, and all those things. Then the searches become easy. For example, you want to search your claim which you did in 2018, you can do it. You want to search your full body checkup in 2016, you can do it. All those things will be available in a single search click mode. Then you can also transform your images and everything using in a faster mode, which can automatically integrate with the dashboard in real time. then you will have a flexible options for both cloud, on-premise, or any kind of deployments. This is what it does. So it is primarily very, very fast, and Google has given right side, you can see a case study, primarily how it helped you in a cervical cancer diagnosis and how fast you can do it. For example, normally, if reports are coming to get a doctor appointment, then primarily to see the appointment reports and say it hardly take 2-3 days or probably at least 1 day. But if you have the solution ready, you can upload all the documents. Automatically, your dashboard pops up with what kind of disease is prolonging, and primarily the doctor can confirm it very easily after seeing the reports. Then here, as I said, we spoke about the IoT sensors and all those things, right? Here you can also have a contact center AI integrated here in this solution. Primarily that is a collaboration of like a AI that primarily integrates with accelerating your health records immediately in the watch. You can see it in your dashboard, you can see it. And it simplifies the enrollment patient process in any kind of hospitals. For example, India, whichever hospital you go, you need to enroll. But this solution is integrated between all the hospitals. Then it makes the things very, very easier. As I said, you want to get a holistic view of the patients. Then primarily you can use like virtual agents. You know, right, virtual agents, which primarily you chat on something, you get a response immediately 24/7. Then agent assistant, humans you can assist to the certain right path on what kind of needs you have. This is already integrated in the solution. Then you can have a quick insights on the sentiments of the outcome of the call improvement. For example, you type something, you doesn't have an answer, immediately the concerned agents work on it and immediately you will get an answer via chat or an email or an SMS quickly. The next thing is, we are right now going to see use cases. Use cases is the live examples which were done. John Hopkins, you might know about this. So it is primarily an go-to data sources and primarily particularly for CRC, that is nothing but Coronavirus Resource Center. So this people something did similar using this healthcare data engine. Primarily brought all the cases together, did all kind of analysis. You can see here how many cases, how many enrollments, and all those things. You can see how the dashboard works. This is a global map you're seeing. This is a 2019 dashboard. Similarly, you can see what kind of tracking they have done, what kind of data visualization, then what kind of testings, contact centers, vaccinations, everything will be available. When you click on this, primarily it will take to the right path and give you the right data sets. So this is what one of the use cases for this healthcare data engine. The second thing is during COVID-19, the WHO, the World Healthcare Organization, also used this one of the medical data engine, similar kind of case studies for reporting. Region wise, when you click on the country wise, it will give you the summary, what kind of cases, how many deaths, in last 24 hours, how many cases, how many we have resolved, how many patients went home. All this data can be immediately done in a single click when you upload the data in this platform. Then, for example, this is one of the European Center Disaster Prevention and Control methodologies. They also use this healthcare data engine for smart dashboarding, primarily for surveillance, then country comparisons between Europe, then also comparing with the global countries, then vaccination trackers, when they are expecting what vaccination, who are the next persons due for vaccination, all these things will be maintained here. And in this, if you see in the screen, right, 500 sources, 196 countries used to this on weekly basis. Then the fourth one is, we also use this volunteer, that is nothing but a driven crowdsourced platform at India. So primarily this was more kind of an used for bed tracking, oxygen tracing, and plasma tracking in various cities in the in India, and primarily it was sliced and diced data we were using on district wise. The last one is in official UK website also you can see the summary. This also was done on top of healthcare data engines, primarily how many people were vaccinated, how many people are due for the second dose, and how many percentage of the people in the country are vaccinated, how many percentage of people are due for the second dose. All these things can be monitored. You can use this in a mobile app, web app, or any kind of dashboard app. You can use it. This is how the benefit of using this healthcare data engine. See, what is the high level advantages of pandemic monitoring solutions? Advantages. The high level advantages are smooth workflow management. All the functional flow are already enabled here. So you can just plug in data of kind of solution. Then user friendly, real time alerts. Then it is very, very cost efficient. Then each country has its own compliances. It is compliances oriented. It is well secured and centralized data managed services. Then you also have a support team. You can support this healthcare data engine. Then you also have mobile alerts, email alerts, and call alerts can be enabled. Role-based access can be done. Then primarily environment sustainability can be done. So everything is integrated here, and real-time alerts is one of the key factors. And remote monitoring you can do via videos, photos, and everything. So this is the high-level advantage of this solution. The in nutshell, it can be used in any country, any kind of populations data, any kind of historical data can be plugged in. In short, it is one of the key solution in the healthcare factor, and which is peaking up, and you can see this difference in next pandemic. Now, my last thing is, we are open for a question and answer session. So I will request you to shoot any questions related to this topic, or normally any other topic related to data, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. We are happy to answer it. Now the forum is open, but kindly ask your doubts, clarifications, questions, anything.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
This is Padma Kumari from Shastra University. Sir, can you tell
Okay.
us some healthcare related with blockchain for security purpose, sir?
Healthcare with blockchain, you are saying.
Yes, sir.
What purpose? What purpose is
For
making you to
securing
think
the
like
data,
this?
healthcare related data. How can we enhance that, or what may be the novelty can be done in future?
Primarily, you can use blockchain distribution. There is something called the blockchain distributed ledger technologies. You might know that.
Yes,
That
sir.
is one of the technology you can use to secure your patient records, strengthening your healthcare data defense records, then primarily manage your supply chain data. That you can use it. There are many examples which is available in the industry. For example, I know companies like Got Time, Patient Care, Canonical uses these kind of technologies for healthcare. Then you can also use like uncovered generic codes to build your own blockchain in the healthcare records.
Okay, sir. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Thank you. Next question, please. Yeah.
So this is Dr. Sharmila from SRM. Is that the AI models you have shown, but there were no LLM was used in that, sir? Whether these models also can be used LLM?
See, you can use LLM. See, you know that LLM is something like you can do lot of bulk data. You know, right? You know about the concept of LLM. So
Yes.
LLM, you can use a bulk data ALML models. You can use it, but in what scenario? For example, the disadvantage of using a LLM is you need to consumption of cloud becomes very, very high. Okay, if you are using LLM, but you can use LLM. But the concept of using healthcare data engine is LLM is enabled when the data is much higher. If not, you will go for the natural language model.
Well, since here it is pandemic, right? So obviously a huge amount of data would be there. That is the reason I asked you, sir.
See, this healthcare data engine was found in 2018. You need to understand two things. 2019, if I'm correct. Then it was properly analyzed in 2021 by Google Cloud. That time you didn't have LLM. Now the LLM is booming, but the Google is working on into update a lot of new changes in LLM, but you can use LLM here. That is what I'm saying. So primarily this solution was laid back for the pandemic of last in 2021, but LLM can be used here to use the latest technologies, huge kind of data. See, according to me, LLM, if you use, I would recommend like videos, lot of pictures, reports, and all those things. I would request it. Particularly for videos, it is very, very helpful. But pandemic, you can use it, but only thing you need to be very cautious is on the consumption. What kind of consumption you are going to go through.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, this is Dr. Bhanupriya from SRM.
Yeah, Banu.
Sir, I have seen the slides where you have included the pandemic data being collected. Is there any feedback which is got from the patient side for this data, sir?
See, that's what I told you. That these are the use cases. This is not case study. That means use cases is something like available in the regular market. You have done it. Case studies which we have done. Okay, so the feedback from users is primarily we were laid back when the COVID happened. We were not proactive, and this was not very well going. But after vaccination, when all the countries implemented the pandemic solution, they are really, really helpful. See, for example, I live in London. I have an app called NHS. If I go there, my medical record will be available in a single click. I can see all my vaccination doses and everything. So now it is perfect and working very, very proactive. Now the user feedback is much, much good. But if you ask me in 2020-21, it was not the case.
Okay, sir. Okay. It can be included, sir.
It can be included.
Okay, thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
this is Dr. D. Selvadi from Epcos Engineering College.
Okay.
Sir, are you using any data augmentation process in your work, sir?
In my work in generally you are asking, or
Augmentation process.
that is what I understand augmentation, but I am asking in this solution or in general as a company you are doing, you are asking this.
Now, my question is it preferable always to increase the accuracy, sir?
See, in these kind of solution, data augmentation is much, much needed. In short, many people doesn't know what is data augmentation. So primarily it is a process artificially to generate new data from the existing data to primarily tune your new models. So primary data augmentation is needed when you are building any solutions, something like pandemic is much, much needed, but not in all the cases. That is what I would say.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Sir, I am Shiju Samuel from Quality Engineering College. Sir, my query is like any upcoming novelty which can be correlate between the medical image processing and IoT.
Now, can you come again with your questions?
Any upcoming novelty in between the or correlate between the medical image processing and IoT?
So, what do you mean by novelty? I didn't understand what is novelty.
Novelty like any upcoming domain or upcoming any thirst area on that?
See, novelty is primarily associated to IoT, right? So, by default, novelty is associated to IoT streaming. Of course, I spoke about IoT and the ML integrations and how the application widespread works, right? So, there is integration available. You can use both novelty and necessity of any kind of IoT solutions on top of ALML.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Good evening, sir. I am
Good
Tangapriya from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering and Technology.
Okay.
Sir, can we implement AR using AI?
AR means, can you just brief it out?
Augmented reality, sir. Augmented reality and virtual reality, where we use for
But
treatment of.
what is the use case you want to use? See, primarily,
Sir, like,
yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, how you are correlating augmented reality to this solution?
Sir, actually, for physiotherapy and for other rehabilitation purpose, we are using AR, sir. So, in that, can we introduce AI? Like,
See, augmented reality you can introduce to AI. There is nothing doubt about it. So, primarily, only thing you need to be very cautious is
okay, sir.
augmented reality is a virtual platform, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are using a virtual platform with an ALML model.
Yes, sir.
You need to primarily be very, very cautious on differentiating your digital data, real-time data.
Okay, sir.
If you are able to do that, and if you have a solution model to differentiate it, then it is advisable.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So any other questions? Please free to ask any questions. We have another 5 to 10 minutes where you can take time to ask questions. Okay, guys, if you don't have any other questions, I think so. I'll just stop sharing my screen.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I am HOD Dr. Ushas. This is a very nice section, and participants also is very interactive. And so we are very much thank you for your presence, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks.